Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students, respectable parents, and those who are watching this video. Welcome you all to the Dinajpur Government Girls High School online class. This is Ruma Laila, your English teacher and assistant teacher in English, Dinajpur Government Girls High School, Dinajpur. My dear student, how are you? Hope you all are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. My dear student, what is the condition of your study? Again, you are very much busy in preparing yourself to do the assignments. My dear student, I appear here again with a new class for the students of class 7. Subject is undoubtedly English first paper, and in continuation with our previous classes, today we will try our level best to focus on Unit 4, Lesson 6. So my dear students, though we are not in our conventional classes, but it is a very good alternative to continue our study. And I think this type of attempts, this type of initiatives will give you some inspiration, and you will be in touch with your study and books and classes. So my dear student, make yourself ready with the necessary apparatus for the class, and undoubtedly with this book, your favorite English first paper book, a pen and your exercise book. And first of all, you must have some mental preparation to attend online classes. My dear student, though we are habituated in our conventional classes, but in that situation when we cannot meet with each other face to face, when we cannot have enough facilities to continue our conventional classes, then we must have to be habituated to do online classes. So my dear student, are you ready? Yes. Hope you all are ready physically and mentally. My dear student, today I have informed you that today we will try our level best to finish lesson number 6, Unit 4 and lesson number 6. So please open your book at page number 35. Page number 35. Can you follow, my dear student? Hope you are capable enough to follow my instructions. Though I am in a blank position, I cannot see your sweet faces, I cannot see the expressions, but it is the demand of present situation that we have to continue our classes in that situation. So my dear student, if you open your book at page number 35, you can see some pictures. Yes, here you can see 6 pictures. Please, my dear student, look at the pictures. Can you follow, my dear student? Please look at the pictures first. Yes, as English is an activity-based subject, we have a lot of activities in each and every lessons. So here we have an activity. Yes, my dear student, we have an activity in that lesson also. So my dear student, please keep watching these pictures and think about the pictures. And before that, it is mandatory for us to know the title of the lesson. Yes, my dear student, lesson number 6, and the title of the lesson is the homemaker, and in bracket we have a 1. Okay, my dear student, please write down the title of the lesson in your exercise book. lesson 6 and the title is Homemaker. The Homemaker 1. My dear student, can you follow? There is a little exception in this lesson. We don't have any keywords in this lesson, and it indicates that we need not to be too much bothered with new words while going through the text. Okay, my dear student. The first picture, what can you say? What can you see? And what will you say while if I ask you to describe the picture, describe the activity of the picture? And we have a question here. What do you think the family lives? Where do you think the family lives? And in activity B, we have another instructions for us. Ask and answer the question in pairs. What do you see in picture number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6? So my dear student, before going to the main text, it is our work to describe the pictures. You may have some question, why should we describe the pictures? It will also a very important thing while learning a foreign language, because when you will have the capability or ability to describe some pictures, then your speaking potentialities will be just. And if you are habituated in describing pictures in using a foreign language, then you will be able to speak or deliver your expressions, your feelings in that language. So describing a picture is very potential method to enrich you any language. So my dear student, make yourself ready and try to say yourself what are you observing in these pictures, and then write down 1 or 2 sentences for each pictures. Can you follow my instructions, my dear students? Yes, I hope you are intelligent enough to follow my instructions. So what should you do? First of all, you must watch the pictures very rapidly, very minutely, and then you have to try yourself some sentences regarding these pictures, and next you have to write the description of the pictures with your own words in your exercise book. Okay, my dear student, hope you are ready to start this activity. My dear students, have you completed writing the description of the pictures? Please match your writings with the given one. Picture number 1. Yes, my dear student, here we can see a woman is cooking food. A woman is cooking food, and you can also describe that a woman is cooking food with woods, and he is cooking foods in a earthen oven. Okay, next, a man. Yes, here we can see a man and 2 girls. Can you notice, my dear student? A man, picture number 2. A man and 2 girls are eating on the floor. Eating on the floor. The woman is serving. The woman is serving. Okay. Next, we can see a man. A man is going to work with a carpenter's tool box. My dear student, do you know the meaning of carpenters? Carpenters? Yes, a person who does the work with wood. Who does the works of wood, such as making chairs, tables, etc. Okay, my dear student, and in Bengali we can say Kath Mistri. Kath Mistri. My dear student, in picture number 4, we can see a woman is doing something, holding some paddy tree in her hand. Do you know the name of the work? Yes. A woman husks. A woman husks paddy grains. A woman husks paddy grain. And the meaning of husk is bhana. Dhan, bhana. Okay, to separate the paddy grains from the tree. And you can see in the pictures. Okay, my dear student, here we can see a woman is separating the paddy from the plants of paddy. Yes, my dear student, notice there is a difference between tree and plants. When we will see tree, then it will indicate some trees like mango tree, lychees, jackfruits and other trees. But when it will be little one, it will be not so high, then we must say plants. So what is the difference between tree and plants? You can see this difference in your science book, and I hope you have learned this from class 3. Okay, my dear student, next picture number 5. In picture number 5 we can see 2 girls play hopscotch. Hopscotch, new words. Though the activities of the girls are not new to us, because we the girls all are habituated, all have the experience to play this type of game. Don't you play this type of game? I have observed that in our school field you also played this type of games and playings. So what is the meaning of hopscotch? Yes, ekka dokka khela. Ekka dokka khela. Okay, my dear student, next picture number 6. A woman is working with a flail. Any word. My dear student, please notice flail. Flail. Most of the house of Bangladesh have this instrument in their cooking room. Yes, the meaning of flail is kula. Kula. Notice, my dear student, the woman is holding the kula to separate paddy grains from chaps. From chaps. Okay, a woman is working with a flail, that's mean kula, to separate paddy grains from chaps. Okay, hope you have matched the description of the pictures and you have tried your level best to write down the description of the pictures in your exercise, on your exercise book. My dear student, now it is turn to go through the text, and we must go to activity number C, and here the instruction is read about the family. Read about the family. Please take your book and try to listen the text, and for your better understanding I am going through the text. Please notice the pronunciation and the punctuation marks while going through the text. So my dear student, are you ready? Are you ready? Hope you are ready. Please read about the family. Mrs. Nazma and Mr. Joinul Ali live in a small village with their daughters Mitu aged 7 and Nitu aged 5. Joinul is a carpenter. He is hired by the villagers to make chairs, tables, piras, low stool and other furniture. He is also asked to do small repair work. But Joinul does not find work every day. He lives from hand to mouth. He lives from hand to mouth. Nazma does all the work at home from morning to night, rain or shine. Sometimes she sits with Mitu and Nitu and teaches them Bangla and English alphabets and some numbers. They do not go to school. Nazma could study only up to class 5. Joinul is illiterate. Okay, my dear student, while going through the text, though we don't have some keywords or new words before starting the text, but while going through the text, you may have some new words for you. Please, my dear student, notice in the first para, the last line of the first para, you can see a phrase, hand to mouth. Hand to mouth, and the last word of the second para is illiterate. R-A-T-E, illiterate. My dear student, do you know the meaning of hand to mouth? In common sense, we can say hand means hat and mouth means mouth. But I have informed you that when 2 or 3 words unitedly makes one meaning, that is not a word. Rather, we can say a phrase. In Bengali, we can say Bagdhara. Okay? And the meaning of hand to mouth is Dine ene dine khawa. Dine ene dine khawa. The laborers, the poor people have no savings, have no superfluous things, have no more things for their livelihood. They have to live hand to mouth. They have to work hard to survive. They have to work daily to get their foods, to buy their foods. This is called hand to mouth. Dine ene dine khawa. That means working hard to live for their livelihood. Okay, my dear student, next the word is illiterate. Illiterate. Okay, illiterate means the people who don't have the ability to write or read. That means অশিক্ষিত. the people who don't have any institutional education. Okay, my dear student. So hand to mouth means dine ene dine khawa, or working hard for one's livelihood. And then illiterate, that means a people who don't have any who don't have any educational qualities, or who don't have any institutional education, who can't write or read. Okay, my dear student, and please go to page number 36. Page number 36. Here we have some activities. Activity B, the instructions I am going through for your better understanding. Make two lists of what Nazma and Joinul do in the table below. So guess what is the activities a woman do. A woman who is living in village and whose husband is carpenter, what will be the activities she has to perform. Make a list of this type of activities. And then list B, what is the activities of Joinul, who is a carpenter. And from the text you will have the instructions and information of the works of Joinul and Nazma. So my dear student, please complete the table by yourself in your home. Next we have another activity here. Activity number E. Match the phrases or words with their meanings. It is very interesting for us, and I think I know that my students love and like very much this type of activities. Okay, my dear student, here in the first column we have some phrases or words, and in the second columns we have the meanings. For your better understanding, my dear student, notice live from hand to mouth, rain or shine, alphabet, illiterate. So what will be the nearest meaning of live from hand to mouth? Please try to find out the meaning in the second column. All the letters in a language, no. A person who does not know how to read and write, no. Spend all the money you earn or basic needs. Example, foods and clothes. You cannot save any money. Yes, that will be the nearest meaning of live from hand to mouth. So my dear student, live from hand to mouth means spend all the money you earn on basic needs. Example, that is food and clothes. You cannot save any money. I am repeating. Live from hand to mouth means spend all the money you earn on basic needs, that is food and clothes. You cannot save money. Next we have the word rain or shine. Yes, it will be in good or bad weather. Rain or shine. In Bengali, generally we say rode bhije bishtite pure. No. Rode pure bishtite bhija. I am just kidding. Rain or shine. Rain or shine means in good or bad weather. Okay, my dear student, can you understand the word alphabet? You know the meaning of alphabet, and it is all the letters in a language. Next, illiterate. Yes, a person who does not know how to read and write. read and write. My dear student, please write down the phrase and words with their meanings in your exercise book. While practicing this, you will have the ability to use the synonyms to enhance the capacity of your vocabulary. So my dear student, please write down the meanings of the phrase and words in your exercise book and try to utter these words repeatedly. And when you will do this, you will have the ability to use these words and phrase in your speaking and your writing. Okay, my dear student, next we have an activity, activity number F. First discuss in group and then write an answer to this question. What do you think is the reason why Mitu and Nitu do not go to school? Yes, a very critical one. What do you think? A girl who is 7 years old and a girl who is 5 years old do not go to school. What will be the reason? Think about the reason. Do you think for their poverty they cannot go to school, or they may not go to school for the ignorance of their parents because his father is an illiterate one? So think about this and try to write down the reasons in your exercise book why Nitu and Mitu do not go to school. My dear student, it is very much mandatory, very much important, very much essential for you to understand my instructions. Can you understand my instructions, my dear student? Please inform me if you have any difficulties in your understanding the text, in your doing the activities in the comment box, and try to keep yourself connected with us through these internet classes. My dear student, Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Almighty Allah, we have finished the lesson, and I have tried my level best to focus on the activities and text, and I have tried to give you some necessary instructions. So my dear student, please try to go through the text and exercise by yourself in your home, and try to keep yourself healthy and hearty when you are at home. Please don't go out of home if you don't have any important work. Use your masks when you need to go out of your home, and please wash your hands repeatedly with soap and clean water. Try to take some nutritious food and try to do some exercise, and obviously try to do some good works and keep touch with your creator. Of course, I am indicating for the prayers. Please pray to Almighty Allah for the recovery of this critical situation, with the hope of seeing you again in the conventional classes. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.